Well, I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. You can see my screen, and as you can see, we're going to be talking about effective pricing strategies. And we're going to look at 3 products from Synergy Worldwide. I've chosen these 3 products because one of them, ProArch9 Plus, is the flagship product of Synergy Worldwide. In today's presentation, I want to help you understand some of the changes that have happened with Amazon, where Amazon used to be a problem. Now Amazon is actually an asset to be able to help you sell ProArch9 Plus. I'll explain what I mean by that as we get into the presentation. And then we also want to look at metabolic LDL because there's a huge issue with cholesterol concerns. And then we also want to look at the Biome Shake because there's a huge number of people who are using shake mixtures as a way for either meal replacements or for weight management issues. So there are 3 key products that we have in Synergy Worldwide that if you understand how to do effective pricing strategies, you can increase your probability of helping people decide to choose those products and get them on these Synergy products. Now, one of the things is you need to understand the aspect of value versus cost. So often people try and sell based just strictly on cost. And although cost is important, most people really want value. When you're looking from a customer standpoint, they're looking at cost and the value of that product. So, you can certainly sell a lot of products that are cheap, but you sometimes get what you pay for. When we're looking at this whole aspect with regards to value versus cost, I want to help you to understand that in the beginning, when you're talking with a person, if you set up the value of the product, it will be a lot easier for you to help with cost. And so, especially with ProArch9 Plus now, with the changes that have happened with Amazon, that makes it even greater for you to set up value, because then when we come to cost, what used to be a thorn in our side, Amazon, is now an asset to you and be able to get people on the ProArch9 Plus products. So when we look at value, it means that you've got to do some homework on your side of the equation. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you understand the keys for each of the products in terms of setting up the value of that product, what I call unique selling properties of that product. As we go through today's presentation, I'm going to help you understand the unique selling properties of the 3 products that we want to look at. Again, ProArch9 Plus, Metabolic LDL, and the Biome Shake. You also want to know what your competition might be. So you can easily do a simple Google search for this, like ProArch9 Plus. There's a bunch of other products that are out there that are direct competitors to us. When you're dealing with metabolic LDL, most likely your competitor is the medical community with regards to statin drugs. And then when you're looking at the Biome Shake, there again are a lot of protein powders that are in the marketplace. But if you understand the unique selling properties of the Biome Shake, you can help to cut down the number of products that would be in competition. Just like when you understand the unique selling properties of ProArch9 Plus, you can pretty much begin to take away all the other competition because of the unique selling properties of ProArch9 Plus. And again, when you're dealing with metabolic LDL, if you know the unique selling properties of this product, you can help people understand that this might be an excellent alternative from a natural standpoint to some type of medication. And then you always need to know your pricing options for the Synergy products. And then I feel that the best way, and we've had a discussion about this, the art of asking questions, so the best way for you to move a person on after you've established the ability to understand the value of your product is, again, to use this whole process of asking questions, as well as using the process of asking questions to set up your ability to establish value. So let's give you an example of what that means. let's say that I was talking to a person who had high blood pressure issues, or they could be diabetic complications. So that would be a good example, diabetic complications. I had someone call me the other day, was a referral. So this is a person who was referred to me. Someone gave them my phone number, who's a client of mine. They then called me and they wanted to know more information about ProArch 9 Plus. And the person had diabetic complication. Now, maybe you're talking to a person who's not a referral to you, that you're just out in the general public and it comes up that they have diabetic complications or they have high blood pressure. And a very simple question would be, do you want the best product to help you address your high blood pressure? Or do you want the best product that I know of that can help you manage your diabetic complications? So this whole aspect of the art of asking questions. And then once you've asked that question, you just need to be quiet. You know, what I like to say, you know, it's not the nice way of saying it, but just shut up. You know, once you ask a question, just close your mouth and allow them to process it and give you an answer. And if they say yes, then your response is, well, then I would recommend our product of choice, which is ProArch 9 Plus from Synergy Worldwide. And you know, this is the reason why. First off, it's the only L-arginine supplement recognized by the medical community. It's been listed for 6 years in their physician's desk reference as, quote, the highest quality L-arginine supplement in the world. Secondly, it's the only clinically proven L-arginine supplement in the marketplace. And they are so confident in their product because they use 262 verified quality assurance steps, so that if you do not get the benefits from that product and you're not happy with it, it comes with a 120-day money-back guarantee. Now, you'll notice that if you're reading my screen, there's a lot of information that I have up there, and I didn't say it exactly as you see it on the screen. The key is knowing the 4 unique selling properties of ProArch 9 Plus. First one is always the physician's desk reference. Why is that the first one? Is because a lot of people want to make sure that a product that they use for their health is recognized by the medical community. Not everyone believes the medical community is out just for profit. So the important aspect is to be able to establish ProArch 9 Plus as a product that the medical community respects. And the physician's desk reference, again, you don't need to tell people what the physician's desk reference is. By itself, it's enough. And then I always do quote. I don't say the physician desk reference as the highest quality. I say the actual word quote. I want them to know that when I say quote, that I'm saying that's what the physician's desk reference says. So it helps to establish quality right from the beginning. Then I talk about it being clinically proven. Now, if you want to, you need to understand what clinically proven means, because you may get challenged on it. You don't necessarily have to say why it's clinically proven. You just need to let people know that it is clinically proven. But if you get challenged on the clinically proven aspect, you need to know what are the clinically proven properties of ProArch 9 Plus. There are 2. One, it's clinically proven to produce higher levels of nitric oxide and do it more rapidly than L-arginine alone. And secondly, and I always, if I have to do this, I always say, and secondly, and what I think is even more important than the first one, is that it's clinically proven to prevent vascular inflammation, which is the cause of most cardiovascular health issues. So those are the 2 aspects of the clinically proven product, ProArch 9 Plus. Then your third unique selling property is that it comes with a 120-day money-back guarantee. And the fourth one is that it has 262 verified quality assurance steps that go into the manufacturing of the product, which, if you've been in the nutrition industry, is a huge problem. Is that most products, in fact, I got a product about 4 months ago that came highly recommended, did my research on it, used it. I saw benefits on the first bottle that I got. But when I got the second bottle, I got no benefits from the second bottle. And the reason why in the nutrition industry that some people see benefits on a product and then they keep using that product and the benefits go away, is not because their body has adapted to it. It's because of the quality assurance standards that go into the manufacturing of that product. Most nutritional supplements are made by third-party manufacturers, and they don't have the quality assurance standards in place to make sure that the ingredient list that is on the product is actually in the bottle or container that you're taking. In fact, if you look at the history of the government pulling nutritional supplements off of shelves to do audits, you'll typically will find that 50% or more of the products don't meet their label claims. That means that the ingredients that are listed are either not in the product or not at the levels that they specify for that product. So there's a lot of issues that go on in the nutrition industry because of poor quality manufacturing. And the beauty of our product, ProArginine Plus, and our company Synergy Worldwide is we're owned by Nature Sunshine Products, and they have the best manufacturing facility in the nutrition industry, I'm going to say, in the world. And the nice thing about Nature Sunshine Products and their Spanish Fork, Utah facility is that there's 262 verified quality assurance steps that go into this product. So going back to this, well, my product that I would recommend to you, and it actually is my product of choice, I use this product daily, is ProArginine Plus from Synergy Worldwide. It's recognized by the medical community, been listed now for 6 straight years in the physician's desk reference as, quote, the highest quality L-arginine supplement in the world. It's also the only clinically proven L-arginine supplement in the marketplace. They use 262 verified quality assurance steps so that I know that I and my clients are always going to get the same reproducible results. And if you decide to use this product, and if for some reason you don't get results, it comes with a 120-day money-back guarantee. Would you like to get some pricing information about this product? So what I've done is I just gave you my basic narrative of using those unique selling properties. I was on the phone this morning before today's call of a person who called me who saw one of my videos and wanted to get more information about nitric oxide. And then he asked me if there was a product that I would recommend. So what I just shared with you is what I recommended to that individual. And then when I asked him about pricing information, he wanted to get more information, but he also wanted to do more checking out. So I texted him my client ordering page so that he gets both. But the key is you have to set up and you ask the question, do you want more info? Do you want some pricing information? Now, before I go into how I position pricing, I want you to understand what's happening on Amazon. Amazon used to be a big thorn in our side. As distributors with Synergy Worldwide, we're not allowed to sell on any auction site or any internet website like Amazon to sell ProArginine Plus. It's illegal for us to do that. If you get caught, you get terminated in Synergy Worldwide. For a long time, what you now see are the jumbo jars. Those jumbo jars, about 2 years ago, were selling for $180 on Amazon. It was a huge problem. You can see that the jumbo jars are now selling for $300 on Amazon. And it's been at $300 for the last 2 months. In fact, the price has been steadily going up over the last couple months on Amazon. I'm going to attribute to Eddie Spurlock, the new person who's in charge of Synergy Worldwide and Nature Sunshine Products for North America, for North America, which is United States and Canada. And compliance through his leadership and through Deb Durfee's leadership, have addressed this issue to the point now, and I'm not sure how they're doing it, but they're doing something that has, one, found individuals who are selling and terminated them with Synergy Worldwide, and they've made it cost prohibitive. As you can see, people, this is the price now, $300, and that's just for a jumbo jar. What is our jumbo jar plus one, which is the box of single serves? So you get a jumbo jar plus a box of single serves. Our price is $240. So even if a person has Prime and gets free shipping, so okay, you want to buy a jumbo jar for $300 because you get free shipping through Prime, when you can buy it for $240 plus $13 in shipping from Synergy Worldwide? Why would you want to pay an extra $43 for the product and lose the 120-day money-back guarantee? What did I just do? I leveraged Pro Arginate Plus from Synergy Worldwide against Amazon. In fact, if I was doing presentations for people today and they were sitting down with me where I was talking with them, I would say, go to Amazon. Check it out on Amazon. And a lot of people, this used to happen. We would do presentations. People would go to Amazon, find it on Amazon, and it's like, I can get this for the canisters and the boxes. I can get this for $55. Why do I want to pay $70? Well, you lose the 120-day money-back guarantee. Well, yeah, but I'm going to take my chances with Amazon. Now, what are boxes going for? These are the current prices. $75 for a box, $85 for a box. And what is the 4-box pricing on Amazon? It's now consistently $275. What do we pay in Synergy Worldwide for 4 boxes? We pay $200. And we pay $70. So the boxes still might be competition. If they're buying just 1 box, still might be competition with Amazon. But I can tell you a 4-box program or a jumbo jar, no longer is Amazon a problem. In fact, you want to use Amazon to set yourself up from a pricing standpoint. So this is what I would do. If I had the ability to take them to Amazon, I'd say, you could buy it on Amazon if you want to, but look at the price, $300. Why would you want to pay $300 to Amazon for a jumbo jar, 180 servings, even if you get free shipping through Prime, when if you work with me in Synergy Worldwide, you can get that jumbo jar, 180 servings, plus a box of single serve sticks, 30 servings in that box, so that's an extra 30 servings for $240. And your shipping fee from Synergy is $13. So for $253, plus whatever tax you have for your area, and you got to pay tax now on Amazon, the key is you can buy it now directly from Synergy Worldwide, get more product for less price, and you have a 120-day money-back guarantee, whereas with Synergy, whereas with Amazon, you're stuck. If you go past 30 days on that product, you will not get a refund. So what would you like to do? Or if you want to go to the 4-box program, because this is what I typically do. I usually give people 3 options for their ability to buy to buy from me. I usually give them the 1 box, the 4-box, and the jumbo jar plus 1. So I usually say, you can get a 30-serving box for $70. But of better value, because you have a 120-day money-back guarantee, would be to get 4 boxes for $200. That makes your price $50 per box. But the absolute best value is what we call the jumbo jar plus 1. The jumbo jar is this large container, has 180 servings, plus they give you a box with 30 additional servings in it, and it's all for $240. It's like getting 7 boxes of Pro Arginate Plus, which brings your cost down to about $34 a box. which of these three options would be best for you? Again, once you set up your pricing, you have to ask a question to call an action. Which of these three options would be best for you? And once you ask that question, you just have to discipline yourself to be quiet to allow them to answer. And they'll tell you where they're at. Well, I think I'd like to try just the one box, see how it works. And if it works for me, then I'll most likely do the jumbo jar next time. Okay, let's get you set up. I don't try this whole process of manipulating people to a higher price point. Whatever they choose is the comfortable aspect for them. That's where I want to take them and allow them to get started on the product. Or they'll say, well, gosh, I think it's a better value for 200, but that jumbo jar plus one is pretty attractive at 240. And what I'll do in something like that, I'll say, you're absolutely right. For $40 more, you're getting 90 more servings. And the beauty of working with me and Synergy Worldwide is that you have a 120-day money-back guarantee. You'll be able to put the product to the test. And if for some reason it's not working for you, then you can get the cost of the product back from Synergy Worldwide. We'll just return it back to them. So again, which one works best for you? And again, when you hit an objection, you handle the objection and you come back and ask the question, which one works for you? So if they're choosing between 200 and 240, you're helping them understand that the 240 is a better value because for $40 more, you're getting 90 more servings. And with the 120-day money-back guarantee, you can put this product to the test. And if for some reason it doesn't help you, I'll help you return it and you can get a full refund on the cost of the product. So which option is best for you? Now, when we talk about metabolic LDL, I'm sure you're going to come in contact with people who have cholesterol concerns that they're dealing with cholesterol issues. They might already be on a statin drug, and maybe they don't like the side effects that's happening with their statin drug, or they've just recently had a blood test and their physician is pushing them towards, I'll take that back, their physician is recommending that they get onto a statin drug, and they want to be able to find maybe something else. So the key question when you're talking to a person with cholesterol concerns is, how do you set up your question? And I always try and bring in this natural product aspect. Do you want a natural product to help you address your cholesterol concerns? I just know from experience that if I use that question, do you want not a product, a natural product? It's key to add the natural into your question. Do you want a natural product to help you address your cholesterol concerns? And once I say that, I just be quiet. And I can tell you from experience that 9 times out of 10, it's yes. It's almost 100% yes. Who wouldn't want a natural product to address their cholesterol concerns? Well, I would recommend our product of choice, what's called Metabolic LDL. Now, what are the unique selling properties of Metabolic LDL? Well, unlike statin drugs, it doesn't have any side effects. Secondly, it's clinically proven. It uses bergamot fruit extract, which naturally blocks an enzyme in your liver that's needed to produce cholesterol. Plus, it's been clinically proven to prevent vascular inflammation, and it has a unique proprietary blend of 9 fruits and plant extracts, which also makes it a very powerful antioxidant product, which can then protect you from free radical damage. Comes with a 120-day money-back guarantee. So how would I put that all together into a narrative? Well, then I would recommend metabolic LDL. In fact, I take it for its antioxidant properties, but for cholesterol, which is what you're concerned about, it doesn't have any side effects. Unlike statin drugs that typically have side effects, this product does not. It's clinically proven. It uses what's called bergamot fruit extract, which naturally blocks an enzyme in your liver that produces cholesterol. Plus, it's been clinically proven to prevent vascular inflammation. So not only does it address your cholesterol concern, but it also helps with your cardiovascular system. And as I shared with you, it's a very powerful antioxidant product. It's a proprietary blend of 9 different fruits and plant extracts, which helps to prevent what's called free radical damage. Free radical damage is what causes inflammation, which then leads to most diseases. So if you can prevent free radical damage, you can do a great job helping to reduce your risk for diseases. Plus, it comes with a 120-day money-back guarantee. I've got a lot of clients that just recently started on metabolic LDL, and they love it for what it's doing for their cholesterol. It's a $39 product. It's a 30-day supply. You can put it to the test. You'll know in that time period, or if you're not going to go back for your blood test for 3 months, then I would recommend getting 3 bottles of metabolic LDL. Put it to the test. When you go back for your blood test will tell you whether this product worked or not. And if it didn't, then we can return those 3 bottles for a full refund. And that's how I would position metabolic LDL. Personally, I think it's a fantastic product. I use metabolic LDL every night as part of my anti-aging program. I take a shot glass of Mystica, which has been clinically proven to reduce free radical damage by up to 43%. That's Mystica. I combine it with 2 the metabolic LDL, and then I also combine it with 1 other product from Synergy Worldwide. They're Biome Basics, and that I do that every evening after dinner. And that is part of my anti-aging strategy, to flood my system with powerful antioxidants to protect me from free radical damage. And I don't have any cholesterol concerns. Now, there's a lot of people that are using shakes in today's marketplace for either meal replacements or for weight management issues. So again, if you're talking to a person and they're looking for a weight management, they're looking to maybe start a diet or go on some type of program for weight management, again, your question is, well, have you ever considered using an effective protein shake to help you with your weight management issues? Now, that's not the question I have on the screen. Again, you adapt your question. That's the art of asking questions, is you adapt your question so that you can position it in a way that addresses their concern and causes the opportunity for them to say yes. Well, then I would recommend what I use called the Biome Shake. It's certified vegan, a pea protein shake. Doesn't upset my stomach at all. In fact, when I started using the shake, I couldn't believe the difference it made in my gut. Plus, it gave me energy. And it gave me energy over a longer period of time, and I wasn't hungry. It took me from, I used to use a different type of shake, and I would typically make my shake at 7:30 in the morning and be hungry by noon. The Biome Shake takes me until usually 2 o'clock before I even start getting hungry. It's huge what this shake has done for me, energy-wise and not feeling hungry. So what are the unique selling properties of the Biome Shake? Well, I've already shared some of them in what I've shared with you. First off, it's a pea protein. So it's certified vegan and it's gluten-free. Secondly, its ingredients are specifically designed to help improve your gut health, to reduce inflammation and address leaky gut issues. It has digestive enzymes to help prevent bloating. And when properly made, it can hold your appetite over an extended period of time, all while providing you with good, clean energy. Again, learn the unique selling properties and use the unique selling properties in your conversation with the individual as it would benefit them. What's its price? It's $45 for 15 meals. That means that each meal is $3. Now, when we're looking at a person who is going to implement a shake, they're typically replacing a meal with their shake. So the nice thing about the Biome Shake is that it's what I call cost neutral. You're replacing one cost with another. And if you can help people understand that it's cost neutral. So that might require you to do some other aspects in terms of questions. So if I was working with a person and they were looking about going about doing some type of meal replacement program for their weight management system, I would ask them, well, what do you do for breakfast now? And the typical answer that I would get is a lot of people stop someplace, fast food, and get something. Maybe they're stopping at Dunkin' Donuts, or they're stopping at McDonald's, or they're stopping at Burger King, or whoever, the morning franchise in their area that they can get some type of quick meal replacement or some type of quick meal for breakfast. So once I know where they're at, I ask, well, what do you typically spend for something like that? And typically the cost for something that they would buy in the morning usually ends up somewhere between $3 to $6. And then I would ask them, how much time do you spend in the line waiting? Once you spend time in the line waiting to order, spend time in the line waiting to pick up, and then do you eat it there, or do you take it with you and then eat it at the office? And the reason why I ask those questions is because I want to begin to establish the amount of time. Because they think that it's convenient to order and wait in line because they're in their car and they don't have to get out of their car. And what I want to do is I want to begin to use that information to establish the value of making the shake at home. Well, you're spending between $3 to $5 for your morning breakfast. You're spending about 15 minutes from the time that you get in line to the time that you pick it up and leave. Well, in 10 minutes at home, for about $3, maybe up to $5 if you want to add some other things to it like I do, you could have a much more nutritious morning breakfast that would do a better job actually fueling your body with digestive enzymes that are going to help you improve your digestion instead of having issues with some of the things that you might be eating from the fast food line. Plus, you're going to address inflammation. And a lot of people have what we call a leaky gut, which allows toxins to get into their system to cause other problems throughout their body. So if you're looking for a clean energy burn that's going to give you good energy over a long period of time, it's going to hold your appetite for a long period of time and be much healthier for you and help you with your weight management issues and be cost neutral and save you some time, I'd recommend that you do the Biome Shake like I do. It's $45 a canister. I'd recommend you get 2 of them. That way you've got a 30-day supply because 1 canister is 15 meals. 2 of them would give you, it's $90 plus $13 for shipping. And it comes with a 120-day money-back guarantee. You know, you can go to McDonald's and you can eat at McDonald's for 30 days, but I can guarantee if you bring those wrappers back at the end of 30 days because you don't like how you feel, they're not going to give you your money back. Here, you can actually address your health, do something that's much more nutritious, that actually is going to taste better. In fact, I've been using this Biome Shake for 2 years now. I never get tired of having my Biome Shake. So I'll teach you some shake recipes so that this is a taste treat every morning. And you're going to feel the difference in how your gut feels, your energy, the ability to go for a long period of time without feeling hungry, and address some of your weight management issues that you want to address. Let's put it to the test for 30 days. And if you don't get results in those 30 days, we'll send those 2 canisters back to Synergy Worldwide, take advantage of their 120-day money-back guarantee, and allow you to get all your money back. What do you think? Should we order this? See, I used 2 questions there. What do you think? Should we order this? And that's it. You know, pricing, effective pricing strategies, again, is understanding how to set up the information so that it's effective, not for you, but effective in helping that person make a decision. And you give enough options in the process to allow them to figure out what they want to do. And because you use the art of asking questions, those questions are causing them to tell you what they're thinking. And when they tell you what you're thinking, you know how that you can position additional information, whether it be a unique selling property of the product to emphasize something of their objection, that you can use that to be able to position additional information with then a follow-up question to move them towards a buying decision. So with that said, do I have any questions from anyone with regards to today's presentation? You'll have to go in, unmute yourself, because I have everyone muted at this point in time. Let me know what kind of questions that you might have.
This is Dr. Brooks.
Yes, Dr. Brooks.
I've got a question about what if somebody did return some product? How does the company handle that as far as your commission off of it?
So what they do is if they return the product to Synergy Worldwide, then Synergy issues them a refund. And let's say, for example, it was a Jumbo Jar Plus One, then they would deduct the elite rebate that they paid out on that product from your overall commissions. So for example, so Synergy's not going to call you up and say, Dr. Brooks, you got to pay us back that elite rebate. What they do is they just put whatever the elite rebate would have been that they paid out on that product, they would then use that internally as a credit against future elite rebates that you would earn. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And Dr. Brooks, I've been with Synergy Worldwide, oh gosh, since 2006. I would say that on a yearly basis, returns to Synergy Worldwide through my customers, I might average 1 per year.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, it's part of doing business, but it's not a problem. I mean, I have a large client base that uses a lot of Synergy products, and to have just 1 return in the course of a year, it's like, okay, that's just part of doing business. It's, and especially if I'm continuing the process of customer acquisition. One of the things I'm going to do which is scheduled for the last Saturday of this month, which is leap year, is I'm going to show you my referral program. And people can then decide how they want, if they want to copy it, fine. If you want to take it and modify it, fine. But I'm going to show you a referral program that is designed to increase your client base. And it'll make more sense when we come to the last Saturday of this month. It's just a bit of a teaser. So the more clients that I get, the more happy clients that I have, the less than if I get a one product return in the course of a year, it becomes even less and less in terms of the amount of money that Synergy Worldwide paid me versus the loss of one return.
Right. I just didn't know how they did it.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Thanks. Good question. Anyone else with, yes, go ahead.
So it's Judy. So to just add on to that, I think overall Synergy gets like 3% of all their sales, less than 3% in returns. So it really is a very small number that, as you say, it is the price of doing business.
Yeah.
And also, if someone does decide to return something, to make their return smoothly and quickly, they should get a return authorization number from customer service that they mark on the outside of the box because they have to return their empty containers.
Yes.
And Synergy will process that within like 24 hours of having it received. If they have that information.
Yeah, Synergy is very good about returns. And they're also very good, Dr. Brooks, about replacement product. Sometimes product that you send in the mail, even Synergy, something happens to it. And so if that happens, Synergy will send a replacement product to that individual, and they don't charge the individual anything for the replacement product, and they don't dock you anything, because they had to replace a product. They, again, look at that as the cost of doing business on their end, that they, as Judy said, they understand that they're going to have returns, but a 3% return on all the volume of product that they use and sell, it's compared to other companies, it's Synergy. We have a company that actually makes quality products. And not only quality products, but products that actually deliver results.
Right.
Thank you, Judy. Anyone else with any comments or questions before we say goodbye?
Hello, Dan. It's Donald.
Yes, Donald.
Very good observation on the product return. Also, I want to indicate that the refund is on your first purchase, meaning if you've been, my experience, if you've used a product before and you're using it again and you want to get a refund, it becomes more difficult.
No, you're absolutely correct. So the 120-day money-back guarantee applies to their initial order.
Correct.
And that would be the initial order for any new product. So let's say, for example, a person used ProRx 9 Plus, loved the product, they wanted to try, say, I'm just going to pull a product out of the air, Biome DTX. And they used the Biome DTX and they didn't like it. Because it's the first order of Biome DTX, they could return the Biome DTX and get a full refund on it. And a full refund means the cost of the product. They don't refund the shipping on the product, but they do refund the cost of the product. Thank you, Donald. Anyone else with any comments or questions before we say goodbye?
So, Dan, I have a question because I had to deal with a tow truck driver for a few minutes.
Sure.
So I don't know whether you went through the talking about, I know you talked about the guarantee and getting enough product. Did you talk about the pricing structure for arginine and how the best way to buy it to take advantage of the guarantee and discount and pricing?
Yeah, when you see the recording that goes out on Tuesday, Judy, I went through Amazon and how Amazon now is an asset to us as opposed to a liability, because pricing for Amazon for jumbo jars now is consistently 300. The boxes are now up above 70, 75, and $85, and the 4-box program is now 275, where it's 200 from Synergy. So I showed how to use Amazon now to help you establish better pricing with Synergy worldwide. I typically go with 3 options for an individual: $70 for a single for one 30-serving box, $200 for 4 because it's a much better price per box, $50 a box, or what I think is the best value, the Jumbo Jar Plus One at $240. That's like $34 a box. And so, yes, I went through that in today's presentation.
Awesome. I'm so glad you did, because that has benefited me so many times when I gave them the 3 different options and asked them which one would work best for them, and let them decide. There's so many times they just say, well, it's stupid not to get the jumbo, wouldn't it? Like, well,
Yeah. When they say that, I say, I can't disagree with that. I think that's an absolutely brilliant observation, because you have the 120-day money back guarantee. Why not get the greatest value with the best guarantee and put the product to work? So should we order it? And again, what I try and teach people is you got to ask a question, and the question moves them to taking an action.
Absolutely. And sometimes, if someone has chosen just a 1 box, they have come back the next month and said, oh my gosh, there's been such a difference. Could I get the jumbo this time?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. And if a person chooses the 1 box option for $70, then just make sure that you do your follow-up with that individual, just like you should do your follow-up with any new customer, to make sure they're taking the product properly, that they're seeing benefits from it. Because then it's like, you spent $70 for a box, you're already seeing benefits. If you decide that you want to continue, my suggestion, let's go for the jumbo jar. You spent $70 on a box, that's 30 servings. Why not get 210 servings for $240? The shipping's going to be the same price as what you paid on the box, $13. And you're going to get, what, 180 more servings? And you can continue this process of improving your cardiovascular health. So yes, it's absolutely important to give people the ability. And Judy, from your experience, since I still have you on, do you find that most people opt, if they want to start with the $70, they typically opt instead for the $240? Because why spend $200 when $40 more I can get 90 more servings?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So your experience is the same as mine.
Yes.
Good. So Betsy made a comment here. I often break it down to the cost per serving in those 3 different price points. Thanks, Betsy. I typically don't do that. I just find that the more math you give people, a lot of times the more confused. Now, if I was sitting with them, or if I was talking to them on the telephone, the technique that I would use if I was doing what Betsy's talking about is I would have them get a pen and paper, or pencil and paper, and I would have them write it down on a sheet of paper. And the reason for that is because if you load their mind mentally with figures, it's hard for them to keep them in place. But if you have them write it down on a piece of paper, they can then physically, visually see the difference. And that makes it a whole lot easier for them to pick their price points. Visual aspect of pricing helps them make decisions quicker. Anyone else with any comments or questions before we say goodbye?
Dan, it's Donald again.
Yes, Donald?
I'm glad that you I'm glad that you added the Biome Shake to this presentation, because there's a beautiful, if I may say, a beautiful video on YouTube talking about the urea cycle, where people are using synthetic protein. Well, protein that creates problems in the urea cycle. And when you look at that video, it talks about the breakdown of protein, using from ornithine to creatine to arginine. And you get a sense, and I think I'll forward it to you, Dan, so that
Okay.
maybe you can share it in the group.
Sure. Yeah, I was writing down a note about that. So yes, if you can send me the link to it, I'd love to watch that video.
I
Okay.
will.
Before you go, I just wanted to say thanks. Another great presentation. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Bob. All right, last call for any questions or comments before I close off today's call.
Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Have a blessed weekend.
Hey, Dan?
Yes, yes, Errol. Was that you, Ted?
Yeah, it is. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, near the end there, you indicated that you take, along with the metabolic LDL, you take a Biome Basic. I don't see a Biome Basic in there, but I do see a Biome Balance.
Biome Balance, sorry.
Okay. I was looking for the Biome Basic. Thank you for the clarity.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everyone. Have a blessed weekend. Talk to you later.